Welcome back to our channel. Today's message is for the person who feels tired, confused, and emotionally exhausted from waiting. Maybe you prayed for something, worked hard for something, believed with all your heart, but nothing seems to be happening. And now you're wondering, did God forget about me? Why is my life moving so slowly? Why does it feel like everyone else is moving ahead while I'm stuck? But listen carefully. Just because you cannot see progress does not mean God is absent. Sometimes the biggest blessings take the longest preparation, because God is not only preparing the blessing, He's preparing you for the blessing. There are moments in life when everything feels silent. Doors close, plans fail, people leave, dreams collapse. And in those painful moments, most people think life is falling apart. But what if life is actually falling into place? What if this delay is not punishment, but protection? Think about it. A seed spends weeks underground before anyone sees growth. From the outside, it looks like nothing is happening. But underneath the soil, roots are growing stronger. And maybe that is exactly where you are right now, growing in silence, building strength nobody can see, learning lessons that will matter later. The process feels uncomfortable because transformation is uncomfortable. Nobody talks about that part. People celebrate success, but they rarely talk about the loneliness before success. The sleepless nights, the rejection, the fear, the self-doubt, the moments when you almost gave up. But those moments shape people. Diamonds are created under pressure, muscles grow through resistance, and strong people are built through struggle. You may not understand your season right now, but one day everything will make sense. One day you will realize why certain people left, why certain opportunities disappeared, why certain prayers were delayed, because God saw what you could not see. Sometimes we beg for things that would have destroyed us, and sometimes the closed door is the greatest gift. The truth is, God's timing rarely matches human timing. We want fast results, instant success, immediate answers. But God works differently. While you're rushing, He's preparing. While you're worrying, He's aligning things behind the scenes. People often think waiting means weakness, but waiting requires strength. It takes strength to keep believing when life looks uncertain. It takes strength to keep moving when motivation disappears. It takes strength to trust the process when nothing makes sense. And maybe that's why so many people quit too early. They leave the process before the breakthrough arrives. Imagine quitting one day before your miracle. Imagine giving up right before your life changes. That's why you cannot stop now. You've come too far to quit. The pain you survived already proves your strength. Look at everything you have already overcome. The nights you cried alone, the battles nobody knew about, the disappointments that nearly broke you. Yet somehow you're still here, still breathing, still trying, still fighting. That means something. God does not waste pain. Every difficult season carries a lesson. Every setback builds character. Every delay develops patience. And patience is powerful because patient people learn discipline. Patient people build endurance. Patient people become emotionally stronger. Most people only focus on the destination, but the process is where transformation happens. The process teaches humility. The process teaches faith. The process teaches resilience. Without the process, success would destroy many people. Imagine receiving everything you asked for without wisdom, without maturity, without emotional strength. You'd lose it as quickly as you gained it. That's why preparation matters. God is more interested in who you are becoming than what you are receiving.
And maybe right now you're in a season of becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more disciplined, becoming more faithful. Even when it feels slow, something is happening inside you. Sometimes growth is invisible. You don't notice it day by day, but one day you look back and realize you are no longer the same person. The things that once broke you no longer control you. The fear that once stopped you no longer has power over you. That is growth, and growth changes everything. There are people watching your life right now who only see your current struggle. They don't understand your future. They judge your present situation without knowing what God is building. But don't let temporary circumstances define your identity. Your current chapter is not your final chapter. Just because life feels hard today does not mean your story ends here. Some of the greatest comeback stories started with failure. Some of the strongest people were once deeply broken, and some of the most successful individuals experienced years of rejection before their breakthrough. The process is not evidence that God abandoned you. The process is evidence that God is working on you. Think about Joseph in the Bible. He had dreams from God, but before the palace came the pit. Before leadership came betrayal. Before success came suffering. If Joseph had judged his life only by the difficult seasons, he would have missed the bigger picture. And many people today are doing the same thing. They're judging their future based on temporary pain. Don't do that. Pain is temporary. Preparation is temporary. Delay is temporary. But purpose lasts much longer. Your life still has meaning. Your story still matters. Even if you feel behind in life, remember this: a delayed blessing is not a denied blessing. Some people bloom at 20, some bloom at 40. Some people find success early, others find wisdom first. Everyone's timeline is different. Stop comparing your journey to people online. Social media only shows highlights. It rarely shows struggle. Behind many smiling faces are hidden battles. So stop measuring your worth against somebody else's timeline. Focus on your own growth. Focus on your own purpose. Focus on becoming the person God created you to be. Because what is meant for you cannot be stolen by somebody else. And what God has planned for your life does not require you to panic. Trust the process, even when the process feels slow, even when progress feels invisible, even when life feels uncertain. Because some blessings arrive suddenly after years of silent preparation. One phone call can change your life. One opportunity can change your future. One moment can shift everything. That is why hope matters. Never underestimate what God can do in a short amount of time. The season you're in right now may simply be preparation for something bigger than you imagined. So instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" try asking, "What is this season teaching me?" That question changes everything, because growth begins when perspective changes. You may be learning patience. You may be learning discipline. You may be learning how to trust God deeper. And those lessons will help you later. Nothing is wasted. Not the tears, not the failures, not the waiting. Everything has a purpose, even this moment. So, if you feel discouraged today, hear this clearly. Do not quit. Do not lose faith in yourself. Do not lose faith in your future. And do not assume silence means abandonment. God may be preparing something bigger than you can currently imagine. Something stronger, something deeper, something more meaningful than what you originally asked for. But first, He's preparing you. Trust the process. Your breakthrough may be closer than you think. If this message touched your heart, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs encouragement today. And remember, Sometimes the hardest seasons create the strongest people. Keep going. Your story is not over yet.